Hello, BookTube. I've got a lovely ecstatic poem to read you today on this cloudy, rain-threatening Saturday. And it's from a figure that I believe I've read to you before. I'm hoping that I haven't read this poem before. If I have, I'm sure you'll let me know. Uh, we went back to the Oxford Book of English Verse, the Helen Gardner edition here. And the poet is Francis Thompson, who I feel certain I have talked about on this channel before. Maybe on a Poetry Thursday. Remember when we confined poetry to Thursdays? Uh, he was a weird figure, a hopeless figure, a mendicant, uh, by many considered by many people in his circle to be a holy man. Maybe a little touched in the head, but a beautiful verse stylist and famous for The Hound of Heaven, which I think, if Francis Thompson's name has come up on this channel, then it's probably The Hound of Heaven that I read. And not this poem that I want to read to you today, although maybe it was this poem, in which case, sorry for the duplication. I'm going to try not to duplicate on these daily poetry readings. But he lived from 1859 to 1907, most of those years in bone-cracking poverty, and also really kind of heart-tugging confusion. He was a pitiable figure who really, really I don't think was much suited for anything other than making verse. And I think a lot of people who knew him at the time also thought that. And this particular poem is exultant in a very Christian way. This was an intensely Christian writer. And this is called In No Strange Land. O world invisible, we view thee. O world intangible, we touch thee. O world unknowable, we know thee. Inapprehensible, we clutch thee. Does the fish soar to find the ocean, the eagle plunge to find the air? That we ask of the stars in motion if they have rumor of thee there? Not where the wheeling systems darken and our benumbed conceiving soars, the drift of pinions, would we hearken, bears at our clay-shuttered doors. The angels keep their ancient places, turn but a stone and start a wing. 'Tis your estranged faces that miss the many-splendored thing. But, when so sad thou canst not sadder, cry, and upon thy so sore loss shall shine the traffic of Jacob's ladder, pitched twixt heaven and Charing Cross. Yea, in the night, my soul, my daughter, cry, clinging heaven by the hems, and lo, Christ walking on the water, not of Gennesareth, but Thames. That is lovely. It is beautifully, beautifully crafted. And not just in the end rhymes and the way that they propel you forward, but even in the little hint rhymes inside the lines. Like for instance, in that first stanza, "O world invisible, we view thee. O world intangible, we touch thee. O world unknowable, we know thee. Inapprehensible, we clutch thee." Notice thee ends every line, but you've also got that little interior rhyme of touch and clutch. Beautiful, just beautiful. Lots and lots of care went into this, and the message is lovely too, and quintessentially the message that many Christians have urged since the days of the fathers of the Christian faith, which is that the glory of God is all around you. Right? That's the point of the poem is don't bother looking for some glory somewhere else. Look for it around you. Look for the glory of your faith around you, and you will find it. That's why it's such an ecstatic poem. That's why it's telling people, does the fish soar to find the ocean? In other words, it's already in the ocean. It doesn't go flying to find the beauties of the ocean. Does the eagle plunge to find the air? No, it doesn't. It's already surrounded by the beauties of its world. The poet, the narrator of the poem, is gently chastising Christians for looking elsewhere for the glories of their faith when those glories are all around them. A very lovely poem. In no strange land. You are not in a strange land, is what the poet's narrator is trying to say. You are surrounded by your faith. Very, very nice. It's a shot in the arm for this grim and grimmening, if that's a word. It's a perfectly prominent word. I don't know if there's a word for grimmening, but it's getting grimmer by the minute here in Boston. I think we're in for a proper dousing. So I think, since the rain hasn't started yet, I think I will wrap up this video and take the little one outside for the last unmolested, dry potty break of the day. I have a feeling it's going to rain all night. But we'll be back to poetry tomorrow. I guarantee. Thank you, BookTube.